Welcome back. This has been the worst week of my life as a United fan. Let's get right into it.
Unlike Trevin's feelings, I am feeling pretty good. We got some wins. We drew Newcastle, a 1-1 draw.
Decent result at St. James.
It is what it is. At the Champions League though, which is what we're here for. We're here for the European competition. This video, European, is what we're going to be talking about. And a little bit about Man United. But before we get to that, it's some good light about City. 4-0 in the Champions League. Phil Foden on the double. An assist to Mcatee. Mcatee with his first Champions League goal. You love seeing the young youth, right, coming through. For any team, that's what you like to see. You know, youth development actually coming to fruition. First Champions League goal for him, so congratulations. James Mcatee, we know you're watching. Phil Foden, though, coming back, doing what he does. People were saying it's a slow start. It was a slow start from the Euros into the beginning of the year. It was a slow start, a slower start for Phil Foden. PFA Player of the Year, Phil Foden. More to see from him, though. I know it. A really good game in the Champions League again. Haaland, another goal in the Champions League. Man has over 100 goals now, like 105 games. Something ridiculous. Like, there's a lot to talk, a lot to unpack.
Ooh, yippee! Like, I'm sitting. I'm so good.
A lot of good things going on right now. Right?
We're just the shit.
Before the court case comes up, a lot of good stuff going on. Really great stuff, actually. You know what I mean? Just you know, cruising in Europe right now. Where unfortunately, I think we're in like 14th or something like that, or something. We're like
out of the top 8 right now.
We're out of the top 8 technically right now, but obviously I can see, we can see that changing pretty quickly.
Next week it'll be different.
So yeah, Manchester City. I mean, it's a lot of good things, you know, coming from the blue side of Manchester. To be honest, you know, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland.
I mean,
obviously, you know, we have the Rodris injury, but I think we're finding a little bit more ways. We love seeing Rico Lewis, another academy player, doing bits. So it's a lot of bright spots for the blue side.
Wait till December. And I'm sure it's, you know, the best part of your week when I'm pissed and I hate this and I never want to watch the game again because I just, at this point, like, my anger and my frustration has turned into nothing. Complete apathy. I mean, like, we drew. When we scored, I celebrated. I always want to do well. I will never wish losses upon my team for the sake of getting a manager sacked. That's dumb as fuck. I don't see that. If he does well, he does well. But if he's not the guy and he doesn't do well, that's, you know, the issue we're in now. But hoping that he loses games just to get sacked, I'll never do that. And if you do that, you're not a real fan. You're a piece of shit. You're just a bandwagon for whatever team. You shouldn't ever want your team to lose. I don't give a shit if you hate the manager and you don't want him to lose. Unless it's Gareth Southgate. If we were to hire Gareth Southgate, I may want to start 0-15 on the season. But neither here nor there. United lost 3-0 on the weekend to Tottenham. Terrible performance. Just from the third minute. They score. They go down. Van de Ven, crazy. I mean, he just gets all the way through the defense.
Wow.
Anyone that's blaming Rashford for that, go fuck yourself at this point. Like, I don't care. Like, go fuck yourself. You're literally an idiot. Like, you let the center back run 90 yards, the midfield, any of the attackers, the wing backs, anybody, nobody stops him. And then Dalot walking as just the most free running person that I've just absolute insane how that happened so easily. And then from then on, we see the Bruno red card. Shouldn't have been a red card. You already know that. They overturned it. It's not a dangerous move or anything like that. Like, they're not suspending him for 3 games, so maybe we should have a video assistant referee or something. Mm-hmm. You know, that might help. But, you know, we go on to lose 3-0 because we just fucking suck and the system that we play doesn't work. We come into not Champions League.
God forbid.
Excuse me. God forbid we fucking play in the Champions League 2 years in a row. God forbid. But we come into the Europa League, the A competition. I can't even say that anymore. It tastes like fucking salt coming out of my mouth.
The A competition. Europa League.
Porto away, tough game. No matter if it's Champions League, Europa League, Club World Cup, pick your whatever. It's a tough game. Porto is a very good team. They aren't the league-winning team that we saw in the years past, but they're still a good quality team, no matter the competition. So to go there and get a draw, in hindsight, not too bad. But the way in which we played today was the epitome of Manchester United in Ten Hag's tenure.
This was not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. No way around it, right? Hindsight, this is Porto away. You should be expecting Manchester United to go away and get a victory one way or another, right? And a draw at some level is acceptable. At some level, right? A lot of things need to happen for this Man United team. A lot of things need to go right. The rest of the season, I just think they just need to get Ten Hag out.
Bring Ole in as the interim.
No. That's what they brought in.
Under proper structure, Ole would be
whatever
better
the
than
fuck. They brought in one of those other Dutch guys that used to play for him. That he's gonna just take over. That's what's gonna happen.
And that
take over for the rest of the season, Trevin. He's gonna take over for the rest of the season. Ten Hag needs to go. This Aston Villa game, Trevin, before we were talking about this Porto guy, I said if they lose to Porto, he's got to go. He's got to go. And Trevin and probably other Man United fans are saying Villa too, right?
Yeah.
It's on Villa as well. I truly think if you're... I don't know how you want this to happen. You want your team to win. You want your team to win. You always want your team to win, 100%.
Do I think it will happen? No.
Unai Emery, Aston Villa, beating Bayern Munich in the Champions League. A lot of Champions League stuff to talk about. We'll get to that eventually one day. But Man United, this Aston Villa game, it shouldn't even matter if they win. He should be gone. That's my point of view, really. That's what I'm trying to get to. This Aston Villa game shouldn't be the breaker or the maker for him if he continues. Like, what happens if he wins this Aston Villa game? Okay, are we going to give him another, 6 games? Is it another 3 games? Like, how does that metric work, right? So it's like, they need to get him out. They need to get him out.
I can't see a world where we lose this game and he stays. I mean, just the morale around the stadium. Obviously, Twitter's not real. Like, the match-going fans are not the same fans that you see on Twitter. They're not the same fans that you see shouting on social media. 2 completely different fans. Mm-hmm. But it's starting to turn more towards the social media and all the villaination and all the hatred and, all the negative things are starting to get into the stadium and into the players and into the squad. And that's the problem. You got to really evaluate, okay, are we going to stick with this guy or are we going to find whatever manager available, whether it's Tuchel, whether it's keeping Van Nistelrooy the rest of the season, or you make the phone call to anybody. But do you want to make that decision in the middle of the season before the international break? And, I personally think you should. Do they think they will? Or do I think they will? No. Honestly, I think until it becomes a financial decision and it's like, hey, we're not going to get Champions League again, pretty much guaranteed. As we start creeping towards that, that's when I think it'll be more apparent. Christmas time, I think, is going to be a very important period if he's still here. And that's the thing, if he's still here. But the performance that we saw today, like I said, epitomized the United team under Ten Hag because we saw Rashford start so well. Just absolutely beating everybody for pace down the side, dribbling in and out of people, curling in on his right foot, gets the goal, does exactly what he needs to, keeps rolling, gets an assist for Højlund, just keeps attacking that right back. And then at halftime, he's off. I don't know if it was a knock or maybe he picked something up, and if that's the case, okay. But I don't think I didn't see anything about that. I must have missed it if that's the case, but I don't think it was. Ahmad, I love Ahmad. I think he's a beautiful footballer. The way he plays, I think he does everything right, but he hasn't had the end product. Garnacho has. Why we're not starting Garnacho on the right, obviously it's not his favorite position, but why we're not playing the most informed people at the moment we need them. I don't understand. We're away at Villa. We'll see what happens. I don't think he'll make it past that game. I think that's going to be it because I think we're going to lose. Obviously, like I said, I hope we win. I hope he stays and we win 10 fucking Champions Leagues in a row and 10 Premier Leagues in a row. I want that for my team, no matter who's the coach, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
No. All right. That's all. As I always say, all right. That's how you know it's the end of the video. All right. Man City, some good vibes. Man United, some not so good vibes. Some not very good. Bad. Terrible.
Horrible. Horrendous. Whatever adjective you need to describe, use it.
Any negative word
won't be enough.
It is for United right now. Hopefully, they lose to Villa. Dog's crying, so we have to go. All right. You'll see us in the next one.
We'll let you know if he's gone by the next one.
Hopefully, probably. I don't care. Actually, keep him. Fuck it.